constitutional crisis. I think I'm going to end up doing a video every day on this. It is getting close. This past weekend, we had a judge that said, do not deport people. And they deported them anyway. And they're in contempt. And he asked for the timeline on that Monday on how did that happen? How did they get deported to El Salvador? And the DOJ attempted to change judges with a motion to change judges. They were denied. And then Trump talked about impeaching this judge. And of course, one of his lackeys under the GOP, House of Representatives out of Texas, started articles of impeachment. Now, that's not going to happen because they don't have the votes. I don't think anybody in the House wants to do it, but if they do it, then the Senate they definitely don't have the votes, and there's no grounds for that. The judge has only been impeached 15 times in our nation's history, and it's usually on some pretty rough stuff, like, intoxication, drug use, or some sort of sexual relationship, or just something wild. This judge just basically ruled against him. You can't just punish a judge and impeach them because they rule against you. But there's that arrogance and audacity of Trump and the whole administration. The White House press secretary, who's an idiot, said that he was an Obama-appointed judge, and NBC had to correct her in the press room and say, no, he's a Bush-appointed judge. There are Bush, Reagan, both Bushes, Reagan, appointed judges and Trump appointed judges who've been ruling against him. And he doesn't like it and has temper tantrums, but that's too darn bad. The idea is, if he's going to push the envelope, I think the judicial branch is ready for that smoke, because it's either going to be the marshals or it's going to be some of the federal police who are going to get him. And the way they get him is not going directly at him. They're going to go after his people. Who are the ones they're going to hurt first? U.S. attorneys. Oh, yes. Pam Bondi's more in danger of going to jail than him on the front line. Not to mention 14 states are suing to get Elon removed. And that's still a case ongoing. A lot of people ask me, why doesn't it go faster? Because you want the I's dotted and the T's crossed, baby. You want to make sure that everything's going smooth. Because once there's a ruling, which it could be a good chance against them, once there's a ruling against them, they want to make sure it's tight, is solid. So then when he sends it up to the appeals court and the Supreme Court, it's tight and solid, because that's his plan. Everybody knows it. That's his plan. Well, bringing us back to constitutional crisis is that there are going to be police who are going to back this up. It may not be the marshals. I think it will be. But the idea is that there are three types of police. They're pro-Trump, anti-Trump, and then there's that group of people who they don't care about politics. They're just going to follow the law. And those cops who refuse to follow the law, they fall into trouble. Yes, Trump could pardon them, but their careers are over. It's some real extreme stuff. But the question is, how far does Trump want to push this? And who's willing to go to jail for him? How much are you part of that Trump tribe? There are some people, some lawyers right now in jail over him, and who have been ruined. Like Giuliani has been ruined. He didn't go to jail, but he's been ruined, totally ruined, trying to defend and fight for Trump. Do you really want that smoke? I think Pam Bondi's a little smarter than that, but we'll see. We'll see how she's feeling herself. Does she feel she's invincible like Elon Musk? Because Elon Musk, eventually, he's going to jail. First, he's going to get removed in this case I've told you about with the 14 states. But, yeah, once that smoke, we're going to watch this day by day. We're going to watch the development. They're not going to be able to impeach a judge, so don't worry about that. I give you context. and I give you the real score. Out of 37 rulings, we've got 36. We're 36-1. They've been reversing everything this fool's been doing. As I record this, he's getting ready to try to shut down the Department of Education. They've reversed everything. They said reverse everything that USAID, that Doge did to USAID. And they're going to end up doing it. The reason they're going to end up doing it is because the people, the members of that court who are part of the DOJ could lose their job, lose their license, and everything. By the way, those wins, I keep repeating that one of those wins are the American Bar Association. They sued the Trump administration and won. The law is on our side. And if he wishes not to follow the law, there's going to be a problem. But there's going to be some cops. Again, there's going to be some cops who they're going to stand behind it. Somebody's doing it. Are we in the middle of a civil war? I guess I should do another video on that. And I believe we are. It's silent. No real shots have been fired. But I believe we're in one. More so than a constitutional crisis. We are in a constitutional crisis. We're not going to one. We are in one. Just like we're in a recession, whether you want to believe it or not. But the question becomes what we do about it. And that's where it gets interesting. That's where it gets very interesting. Did I earn your subscription? If so, or follow, please do so. I ask people to follow me on 3 real main areas. YouTube, politics, I get a chance to say whatever I want. So if you're there, subscribe. If you're not, get there, subscribe. Also, I'm on the other social medias. If TikTok is still around, I got 8 different TikTok accounts. So I am there, Darren Monroe Politics. And then on Instagram, I'm over there as well, okay? I keep it real. I keep it real. I give you the score. I give you the context. And I also talk about making sure that you are not part of the thinking of his execution and more on focusing on what the effectiveness is in what he's doing. Because he's executing like crazy, but he's not very effective when you're 36-1.